Thank you for staying tuned. The interesting thing about walking mountains, and Kaitylen Merriman has joined me. Thank you very much for being here, Kaitylen. The interesting thing about you guys is you always come in here and you try to trick me and you guys do trivia and all that stuff, and it usually doesn't work. Today, you're going to have me taste some coffees. I'm in trouble. I'm not a coffee drinker, so I'm going to tell you what you asked me. You said, Rick, we're going to have you taste them on the air, and we're going to see how it goes. I'll do that. Thank you for being here.
Yeah, thanks for having me.
First off, why are we doing this? Talk to me about coffee. We're going to do a little, next Thursday, we're going to do something about that.
Yeah, so next Thursday, December 7th, we are going to meet at the Vail Mountain and Tea Coffee Roasters in Minturn. It's their new location where they've opened up a really beautiful facility open to the public. And so we're going to show that off, and we're going to take the public back into the coffee roastery. We're going to learn about the actual roasting process, which is pretty neat. Actually get to see it in action. And then we're going to come out into the tasting area, and we're going to try different coffees from different regions of the world and talk about why those coffees taste different, where they come from, and why the soil, the temperatures, all of those factors lead to different flavors of coffee.
Okay, so we talk about wine tasting and beer tasting, all that stuff. Obviously, you have to be 21. Coffee tasting, can this be for anyone as long as the parents are okay with the kiddos having coffee?
Usually the science behind is intended for an adult audience just because we speak to a higher level of science. But if there's someone, in high school who's extremely interested in coffee, they're definitely welcome to join us.
Sounds good. Okay, so what do you want me to do here? You want me to just taste them and tell you what I taste?
Yeah, just like you were doing a wine tasting, just tell me about the flavors.
First you sniff it. This is nice. That's easy. Nothing on the nose. Okay, that one's got a little bit of a bite.
Okay.
And a little bit of lasting, actually, that comes back. So a little bite, a little peppery maybe.
Okay.
That comes back through the end. And I don't know if that's light or dark or whatever you're going to tell me. Do you want me to taste the other one or wait? And
go ahead and taste the other one.
Okay. So going for number 2. Okay, way softer.
Okay.
Not the bite. I wouldn't go sweet. We didn't add any sweetener or any cream to this, so these are just black coffee. But actually would edge towards a little bit of sweetness on that one.
Nice.
On the second one.
So what we have here is a light roast and a dark roast. And the difference, as you can imagine, is the time that they are roasted. So a dark roast is spent, it has more time being roasted, and therefore it's a less dense bean. So I think there's a common myth that light roasts just have more caffeine in them, but actually caffeine in the roasting process is very stable. And so bean for bean, they actually have the same amount of caffeine, but it's because that a darker roast is a less dense bean, you actually need more to achieve the same weight as a light roast.
No kidding.
So scoop for scoop, you actually end up with more caffeine in a light roast.
Interesting. I had no idea. I would have totally gone the other way. And we were talking off camera that Starbucks actually ends their dark roast at like 11 a.m. And I thought it was a caffeine thing. The dark roast would push too much caffeine if you had it late in the day. It's totally opposite of that.
Yeah, exactly. Unless you do weight. If you did the same amount of weight, you would end up with more caffeine in a dark roast because you need more beans to achieve that equal weight.
Interesting. Okay, tell us again about time. Does it cost anything? Where we're going to go? All that.
So you need to sign up online because there's a limited amount of spots. So you can go to walkingmountains.org. And it's next Thursday, December 7th at 6:30. So maybe be there about 15 minutes early to get a good position in line. Okay. And we're going to open up the roastery after hours, and we're going to be able to check out the process of roasting these beans, talk about where they come from.
The back of the house, something we don't get to see very often.
Yeah, it's exciting.
Very cool. Kaitylen, thank you very much for being here. If you want to sign up, again, you have to do that online, so walkingmountains.org. Again, they're going to go away relatively quickly. It's a limited amount of space, so please do get online, walkingmountains.org, or give them a call, 970-827-9725, 970-827-9725. Stay tuned. We've got Mark out on the hill with your weather up next.